What's going on, Smooth Gang? What's going on, y'all out there, man? Hope y'all staying safe, man. I know y'all read the title or seen the thumbnail and y'all wondering what the hell. So if y'all want to see what I got to say or how it went, continue watching. But before you do that, make sure you like, make sure you drop you a comment after, make sure you hit the subscribe button. So let's get into it. Alright, so this was the big, like I say, this was the biggest week I had at USA. It was a good week for a good cause. You know, I ran up all my loads and it came out to be almost a little over $10,000. When they took out their percentage, you know, for their loads, it came out to close like 72, somewhere around there, 7,200, and I brung home zero. Brung home nothing, not a dollar, not nothing. But it was a good cause, though. You know, y'all probably like, what the hell you mean it's a good cause? You're bringing home zero. All right, let me explain now. So, back around, I want to say Christmas, yeah, Christmas, and around my birthday, I went out of town to Turkey. Y'all seen the video. If y'all didn't, pause this, go watch the Turkey video. Came back, only ran like 1 or 2 weeks. Went home for Christmas. I think I ran 1 week. Went home for Christmas and ended up getting sick, real sick, and I stayed out for a good 4 weeks. I was down bad, like sick. If you ever you keep up with my videos, you'll know that, you know, I went missing for a good little while. So with that being said, when I finally came back in January, towards the middle of January or whatever, I came out. You know, I was still running sluggish, but I know I had to get out. So what USA did for me, they know I'm a good driver. You know, they looked out for me. This is why I can say I love USA, because they help out as much as they can. I give them that. So they went ahead and paid my truck payments the whole time I was out. So with them paying my truck payments, not saying it's gonna go for everybody now, so don't take this and run with it, but you know, you're a sloppy driver and they know you lazy, you might not get the same treatment. But you know, they went ahead and paid up my truck payments, insurance, and all that two-tailed, so I still can have a truck. They know I was sick, you know what I'm saying. I showed them, I didn't have to show them any documentation, but you know, I don't take sick days. I don't call off. I don't say, oh, I gotta go home. I don't do none of that. So they know something was wrong while I was out that long. So with that being said, when I came back, I was, you know, in the hole. I was in the hole a good amount. So for about 2 weeks of me running after January, so January, February, I'm running into February, you know, to cut down the hole I was in. You know what I'm saying, they came up with an agreement to say, you know, hey, instead of taking all your money out, we're just gonna keep taking out, you know, $300, $400, $500, whatever you want out of each check, and you know, it'll break it down. So I was doing that for like maybe 2-3 weeks, and then I came up with this as the executive decision now. So I went ahead and said, you know, my dispatch hit me up, and you know, cool guy, Jason. If you ever get Jason, man, that's the best. Shout out to Jason. If y'all get Jason, that is the best dispatch you will probably get at USA. I don't know the rest of them, but just for me, you know, shout out to my boy Jason. Never seen him before, don't know how he look, but he cool as hell. We talk like brothers. I can call USA and I ain't got to give a truck number, I ain't got to give a name, I ain't got to give a nothing. he already know who I am. He already on it. You feel me? He helped me out so much at USA. Like I give him that. If I can ever see him, I'm gonna take him out to, you know, go buy some stuff, dinner or something. I gotta take him out. He done looked out a lot. So anyway, I came back and he hit me up. He was like, man, hey, you want to make some money? He said, you know, I'm gonna call you if you're dealing with money. So I was like, hell yeah. I'm never gonna turn down money. So he said, I got a deal for you. You know, this could help you out a lot, a whole lot, possibly clear you. So I'm like, what's up? So he said, hey, I got a load going out to Washington paying X, Y, and Z. So I'm like, how much? He's like, yeah, it's going out to Washington paying X, Y, and Z. If you can find other loads out there, you know, that, you know, that's just extra. So I'm like, hell yeah. So which this could have been a $20,000 week, and I'm gonna show y'all why. And this is why I'm going ASAP to get my hazmat. But anyway, it says going out to Washington. I said, yeah, put me on. So he said, if you find anything else out there, you know, it's extra. So I was like, cool. So, you know, he put the load on me, and he said, look, it gotta go to, if you watch my last video, you'll see that I said, you know, I'm making an executive decision. This was the executive decision to do these loads and clear my net, like get me out of the clear. You know, I really didn't, you know it was gonna take all of it, but I'm glad it did take all of it. So I'm clear. So now, you know, I'll be good from now on. You know, even when this was going on, I still went home, I chilled, I got my 34-hour reset, I got everything, you feel me? So I was good. I'd rather be, you know, out the clear, not owing anybody anything, you know. And then on top of that, I did another executive decision. So now my check next week will be a little bit bigger than usual, because I had something set up with Tel that if you was to take off like a week or two, they have a separate account where they take out $50 out of your check and put it in this account, so it can pay a truck payment if you need, or 2 or 3, depending on how, you know, how long you done kept it up. So I did another executive decision, called Tel and let them know, hey, my next check, use that money, and so nothing won't come out my check next week, nothing at all, only but fuel. And I'm gonna do another video on a fuel situation that will help out a lot of people with fuel. I'm pretty sure probably all y'all already know, but for the ones who don't know, I'll explain that. But I went, did the loads or whatever the case may be. Everything fell in place. You know, it was a little rough because Washington, I don't have chains. So like I said, USA only runs on the East Coast. We don't need chains over there. So I had to hurry up, do what I had to do, you know, and get from over there. Lucky thing, the days that I was there, it either snowed already, and you know, the roads got cleared and I didn't need chains. But there was some points climbing the hills I was slipping. I seen the, you know, traction light cut on. So if y'all going out west with USA, man, make sure y'all get y'all some chains. Anyway, I did all the loads, you know what I'm saying? Everything was everything. Now this could have been a $20,000 week, but I was real disappointed. I ain't gonna lie. I thought somebody was playing with me, but I looked on the load board and I seen a load going for 11,500, and I was like, what the? Hold on, because if this is true, I called dispatch quick. Hey, check this load for me, make sure it's right. She said, yeah, and she made a mistake and told me how much it really was. So USA, y'all need to stop taking so much money off of these damn loads. She said, yeah, it's going for 13.5. I said 13.5, but they got it for 11.5. So I'm like, all right, whatever. That's still a big ass number. So I went ahead and, you know, trying to get this load. She finally put the load on me. I say, dang, if I already did these loads, Maya had 3 extra loads after the big load that took me over to Washington was going 200 miles, paying like 1,200, something like that. Between, yeah, 1,200. So I canceled the last load, and once I canceled the last load, that's when I seen that load. So I canceled it, hurried up and canceled it, and tried to get that load. So the lady put it on. She's like, yeah, you got the load or whatever. So I'm like, ooh. So India was like, you sure they can't take that load away from you? I was like, nah, babe, they can't take this load away from me. It's on me already. I done put the thing in. I'm ready to go. I done looked it up on the GPS, seen how to pull in. But I noticed it was like a store. So I'm like, it said beer. So I'm like, okay, cool. This beer load. This ain't nothing. This what they paying for beer out here? So, man, I'm all happy and stuff. But I told India, I said, look, I said, babe, I'm not finna get super excited until I actually have this load inside the trailer taking it there. So she was like, yeah, that makes sense, but just keep your fingers crossed, this and that. So I'm like, man, it is what it is, you know. I ain't even gonna worry about it. So, long story short, went to sleep. Now the next morning I was supposed to wake up and go pick this load up, but it was only 2 hours away. So I'm like, cool. Woke up, I seen the load canceled. I'm like, and then, you know what made me even more mad? It was Jason canceled it. But then I thought about it. I said, if Jason canceled it, something got to be wrong, because Jason always want me to make money. So it's not like he taking the load and giving it to somebody else. Jason hit me up and it was like, damn. So I'm like, I say, man, as soon as I get up, man, I gotta call him. But the time I got up, I know they wasn't in the he just got in the office. So if I call, you know, it's gonna take forever. So I waited a little while, and I seen a message pop up. It was like, you know, telling me the load canceled. It was going off the load board and everything. So I'm like, dang. I was mad. I can't lie, I was mad. But then again, I was like, hey, I can't get mad because, you know, I was mad for a quick second, put it like that. And I just started laughing about it. I was like, well, I knew that was too good to be true. Something had to go wrong. But anyway, what was wrong was I could have did the load. You know, Jason was even trying to work it out because it was a hazmat load. But mind you, when I looked on the thing, it never said nothing. It said no hazmat, no tankers on the thing, because it tells you what you need and everything. And it'll tell you if you need straps, everything. So I'm like, damn. It said no tankers, no hazmat. So when I finally called Jason, he was like, man. I said, man, Jason, what happened, man? What happened, man? Why did you take this load off me, Jason? He was like, you know what? I was really trying to even still get you the load because you was already on it and you're probably the only one out there that can pick it up. But when the load coordinator called them, no, the broker called them and was like, hey, do this guy have a tank, and is it washed out? And if it got a level such and such washout and this and that, and what was the last thing in it? So I was like, dang, you need an actual tank, because it's some alcohol, liquor, basically. But you need an actual tank to transport it. It was I think 400 gallons or 300 gallons of some type of alcohol for liquor or whatever the case may be. So for one, you need a hazmat. Two, you needed a tank to actually pick it up, because I was snapping. I ain't gonna lie. I said, man, it's just damn beer, man. Why y'all? I was going off. I said, man, it's just beer, man. Y'all tripping, man. It's just beer. But they was like, nah, it's not only just beer. You need a tank to actually get it. So they said when they looked in the computer and seen there's a 53-foot trailer, they noticed something was wrong. That's why they called them, sent them the email or whatever, and canceled the load. But I'm gonna wrap this video up, and that is why I went home with zero. Don't get it all over fuss. I did that on my own to clear myself completely out of the backup that I had. And you know, I'm not a dude that really posts what I've made, and I'm not that's just not me. That's not my content to post of what I made. But if y'all want to see some, you know, here and there what I made, if I had a good week, I had a bad week, you know, I might well throw this in. My worst week at USA, anytime I have a terrible week, sometimes it's my fault, sometimes it's their fault, but you know, my worst week, my check was only $250, and that's because the last load I had, which would have, you know, had me in a good position. I got there and the company itself closed early on Friday and didn't open Saturday. You know, the deadline is Saturday night, and I couldn't get the load in, so I had to wait till the next week. They opened back up that Monday, and that's the reason my check was so low. So anyway, but besides that, I don't really talk about it. But if y'all want to hear more about it, drop in the comments. Let me know if y'all want to hear what was going on. I know everybody want to hear like what you making, what you this and that. I'll probably give you a one-on-one on, you know, how my week was, or if I make a spectacular week like this, again, you know what I'm saying, I can show you what was what. But other than that, man, y'all stay safe out there. I'm gonna end this video. It's 15 minutes long already. I said it was gonna be a short video, but it ended up being a long one. But y'all be safe out there, man. Smooth game. Be